Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, Dabella Entertainment, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. Sponsored by Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach, and Casa Noble Tequila, the noble pursuit. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, Supervisor Bob Yalen, and the New York State Athletic Commission. The commissioner is John Signorelli. Introducing to you our three judges scoring from ringside, all from the state of New York. From West Nyack, Julie Letterman. From Lancaster, Eric Marlinsky. And from Rockville Center, Kevin Morgan. We present our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of our main event, Charlie Fitch. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing in a welterweight special attraction. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, it's showtime! Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with gold trim, fighting out of it, representing his home of Las Vegas, Nevada. He weighed in at 143 3/4 pounds with a record of 28 wins and 2 losses. He has 10 wins coming by way of knockout. A young veteran of 5 world title appearances, he is currently ranked number 3 in the world as a welterweight by the WBC and the WBA. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former 2-division champion of the world, known as boxing's pride of Las Vegas, introducing Jessie Vargas. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple trunks with white trim. He is fighting out of and representing his home of Cincinnati, Ohio. He weighed in at the limit for this bout of 144 pounds with a record of 33 wins, 3 losses, 1 no contest. He has 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the WBC number 4 super lightweight contender. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the colorful and renowned former 4-division champion of the world, introducing Adrien, the Problem Broner.
As you see that Vargas wearing the white and the gold, wearing the purple and the white is Broner. Sticking the jab is Vargas. Vargas, a very good technical fighter. Won his first world title in 2014. Broner, 2011. His first world championship. Vargas using his jab. Great crowd on hand here at Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. The left hook, that connected by Broner. Vargas smiles at him. This is the second training camp for Jessie Vargas with Mike McCallum, the body snatcher, former world champion as well. The right hand for Adrien Broner looks very sharp tonight. 100 seconds left in round 1. Vargas looking to use his jab, as is Broner. They're both technically sound fighters. Problem with Broner is that he didn't throw as much in the first half of the fight with Mikey Garcia. Same could be said about his loss at the hands of Sean Porter. Broner proclaimed that the only fight he feels he truly lost was the one to Marcos Maidana in 2013. Vargas using his jab again. Barclays Center crowd looking to come to their feet. They've seen some impressive finishes here tonight. Compliments of Jamal Charlo and Gervonta Davis. Seconds left in round one. It has been a round full of jabs between Vargas and Broner. As they're filling each other out, that closes the books on round number one. So Kevin Cunningham already feeling a sense of urgency, telling Adrien Broner, I don't want you just to stand. I want you to send a right hand over that jab. He knew and he stated to Broner, look, he can win the round just with his jab. You got to get active. Very important fight for both. Vargas wants to catapult himself to matchups. A big left hook by Broner as Vargas came forward. Vargas wants to catapult himself in a matchups against the likes of Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence. Broner here in this catchweight bout of 144 pounds. Don't know if he will stay at welterweight or if he'll go back down to 140, but there are numerous options. A right hand backing up Adrien Broner for Jessie Vargas. A right hand to the body by Vargas to Broner. And Vargas active with his jab. He's putting that jab right in the midsection of Adrien Broner. Broner cannot be complacent and allow Jessie Vargas to just jab him and outwork him. And that was the case against Mikey Garcia, although Garcia is technically brilliant. And in the fight with Sean Porter, Porter just outworked him. The jab coming for Broner, but still it is Vargas for the most part that has been dictating the boxing inside the ring. 65 seconds left in the second. In close, and Broner with the shot to the body of Vargas.
We're down there. Play down there, guys.
Now Broner's going to have to let his hands go. I wonder why he's being a little complacent. Two left hooks to the body by Vargas. And those are scoring shots. A nice straight right hand backing up Adrien Broner. Nice combination by Jessie Vargas as he goes to the body. Broner shakes his head, but it is accumulating punches, and that is what the judges look at. A straight right hand down the center again for Vargas. Vargas looks very solid here tonight. Last time we saw him was in December, a victory over Aaron Herrera by decision. He put Herrera down in the matchup as well. A left hook by Jessie Vargas.
10 seconds to the bell.
Shot over the top. And Vargas letting his hands go here in the second. A left uppercut. Broner shaking his head, but he seems to be a step slow as Jessie Vargas really doing some good work. I have Jessie Vargas ahead. 2 rounds to nothing against Adrien Broner. I gave Vargas the slight edge in the first, and then it was Vargas who was very active in the second. And if you're Kevin Cunningham, you got to be thinking, I have got to get Broner to start to throw more punches because Vargas is just being active using his jab. We saw him start to put together combinations, did Vargas. And when it comes to outworking Adrien Broner, Jessie Vargas has thrown 134 punches compared to that of just 56 for Broner. Now Broner's letting his hands go a little bit more here in the third. But Vargas pounds away on the body of Broner. Some good body work by AB from Cincinnati. It's been a solid round for Adrien Broner as he's really starting to try to impose his will. A right uppercut by Broner, but Vargas comes right back. They're both exchanging hooks, but Vargas is wanting to back up Broner. When Vargas has been throwing here in the third, Broner has been out of the way. Close distance now, and Broner rips to the body. That's a shot way downstairs. Vargas complaining about it. Charlie Fitch, the referee, missed it. I'm sure it wasn't intentional that Fitch missed it, but back comes Vargas with a couple left hooks upstairs, followed by a straight right hand to the midsection. Uppercuts for Broner inside. Jessie Vargas throwing punches, but Broner with the right uppercut. Broner moving forward and really targeting the body of Jessie Vargas.
Hit behind the hip. Careful. 10 seconds to the bell.
Good work between Vargas and Broner here in round three. The right hand, and Broner really coming forward. That was the best round thus far for Adrien Broner. Round four, this one's scheduled for 12 here at Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. Ray Flores joining you. Thank you very much for wherever you are watching around the world. It's a catch weight of 144 pounds. Big right hand to start off. Round four for Vargas. Vargas, very good balance. Very rarely does he put himself in a bad position. Only two losses came at the hands of Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley. Lost to Bradley in June of 2015. He had Bradley hurt in the final round, but some miscommunication with the referee. And then the loss to Manny Pacquiao in November of 2016. But he has had a litany of big victories. Big right hand down the middle for Adrien Broner. Broner looks extremely sharp here in this fourth round. A clean shot down the middle that found its destination. But back comes Jessie Vargas. Whenever Broner comes forward like that, Vargas senses that and tries to retaliate. Sharp right hand for Jessie Vargas. Left hook to the body, followed by a left hook. They both exchange hooks. Vargas digging down deep, but Broner has been landing the more authoritative shots here in the fourth. Back comes Vargas. Look at Jessie Vargas. Vargas continues to throw, and Broner sitting down in his punches. A right uppercut that connects. This is a very difficult round to score. Do you look at the aggression by Vargas, or do you look at the cleaner, the bigger shots, the more eye-catching shots for Broner? Adrien Broner Broner, during the lead up to this fight, said that everyone is against me. They're counting me out, and I'm going to prove them wrong. Big straight right hand that connected but back answers Vargas. Final 24 seconds to go here in round 4. The left hook that got through the guard of Broner, followed by a pounding right hand by Vargas. Final 10 seconds of the 4th. Broner looking to maybe steal the round. And that ends the 4th. There you see Danny Garcia, who has had his fair share of big moments here at Barclays Center. Lost to Keith Thurman in a very close fight. That's the highest grossing boxing event in the history of Barclays Center. Second was Wilder and Ortiz. That happened last month. We were here for that one. Round 5, this one's scheduled for 12. Adrien Broner, Jessie Vargas. On my unofficial scorecard, I have the fight deadlocked even, 2 rounds apiece. A left hook to the body by Jessie Vargas, followed by a straight right hand. Left hooks in abundance for Jessie Vargas. Broner with a tight guard, but Vargas continues to work. There has to be such a big disparity when it comes to the amount of punches that Vargas has thrown compared to that of Broner, as Vargas just continues to throw and throw. A straight right hand. And the Vargas camp, Mike McCallum and company, have to understand and realize that we have to outwork this guy. And they want more of the jab coming out of Jessie Vargas as we're nearing the midway point of round 5. And Vargas with a little bit of two cuts, not 2 cuts, but 2 bruises on his left cheek. None of them are anywhere near the eye. And Broner sitting down in their combinations here in the 5th, but it is Vargas who just continues to work and work and work and throw punches. And Broner told the corner of Vargas, I got him, and he slips. Oh boy. And for those that are not in the corner of Adrien Broner, I'm sure they're going to get a little bit of a laugh on that one. That was a slip by Broner as they touch gloves. Vargas snickering a little bit. 45 seconds in the 5th.
Off his arm. Jesse, look on that arm.
Both wrestling in close quarters. And Vargas putting together a nice ending to this 5th round. As Broner continues to stalk the left hook. That momentarily backed up Vargas. And if Broner's got to let his hands go here in the final moments of this 5th round, as round 5 comes to a close. Round 6. This one is scheduled for 12. Adrien Broner, Jessie Vargas. Broner, a 4-division world champion. Vargas, a 2-division world champion. 28 years of age is Jessie Vargas. Broner starting off round 6 strong. Broner is looking to back up Jessie Vargas. A big right hand followed by an uppercut. Kevin Cunningham was chastising Broner in the corner in between rounds as to say, you let him off the hook. Vargas needs to continue to go back to work and use his jab and place that straight right hand behind the jab. Whereas Broner, as we mentioned, has power and looks for those hooks and those shots that make you say, wow, but it is the steady work of Jessie Vargas which has him ahead at least on my scorecard. The sharp right hand that connected on the button by Broner.
Step away clean. Thank you.
And now Broner with a left hook to the body, and I wonder, the left eye of Jessie Vargas could very well be problematic.
Don't reach around, Jesse. Don't reach around his face.
Another close distance. And Charlie Fitch was being told by Mike McCallum in the court of Jessie Vargas, hey, he's using his forearm to push off. Doesn't appear to be that much swelling on the left eye of Jessie Vargas. Vargas fighting this fight in the memory of his grandfather, Rafael Garcia, who passed away last year, legendary cut man. Vargas on the inside now looking to go to work. 60 seconds, and they're wrestling in a close distance. Vargas barrels in, and he's talking to Broner right now. He said, he pushed me. Vargas has his head pretty much close distance, almost in the chest of Broner if he can, and is throwing punches to the body and smothering Adrien Broner. Left hook. Broner looking for that big uppercut that connects. A left hook, and Charlie Fitch warning Broner about a shot downstairs. And now Vargas will have some time to recuperate.
I know it's accidental. I know he didn't mean it, but you gotta keep him up, all right? Keep him up.
And Charlie Fitch warning Adrien Broner about hitting below the belt.
Time in!
Time back in. They touch gloves, sign of respect between the two. Final 10 seconds of round 6. A round in which Jessie Vargas was once again more of the aggressor and throwing a higher volume of punches. Round 7, this one's scheduled for 12 between Adrien Broner, Jessie Vargas. Jeff followed by a right hand to the body by Jessie Vargas to start the 7th. A big right hand to start off round 7 by Vargas.
Don't push down his neck, Adrien.
Couple of hooks by Adrien Broner, and Vargas pressing the action. For Adrien Broner, Broner's got to get active. He's got to start to let his hands go. And Kevin Cunningham, I'm sure, is just losing his mind based on the fact that he's watching Broner get outworked by Jessie Vargas. Vargas is throwing a steady stream of jabs, followed by straight right hands and left hooks. And then Broner will step in and throw like a left hook. But a lot of times, he's just watching Vargas. And we see a right uppercut by Broner to Vargas. But I have on my scorecard Vargas up 4-2 on Adrien Broner. Big right hand that got past Adrien Broner's guard as we're at the midway point of round 7.
Break! Step back, clean.
And this is again a carbon copy of round 5 for Jessie Vargas. Vargas is getting close, he's throwing punches, he's out working, he's being more the aggressor, and Adrien Broner sitting down waiting for that highlight reel shot. And that is not coming, so you've got to be active and throw.
Watch that head, Jesse, coming in with a head.
I'm sure that Kevin Cunningham and the camp of Broner have got to be visibly frustrated. Now he's starting to throw, but Vargas is just a constant in his chest, coming forward, jabbing on the inside with his aggression.
No pushing with the arm.
Charlie Fitch, that's the second time he's warned Broner about that forearm. Big right hand by Vargas. And Broner following, looking for that big shot. But if he doesn't put Vargas down here in the 7th, this 7th round looks to be another Jessie Vargas round. And Broner kind of laboring there, sitting in front of Vargas. 10 seconds to go in round 7. Now Broner has a sense of urgency, but will it be too little too late here in the 7th? Kevin Cunningham telling Adrien Broner, he goes, the problem is you. Come on, man, you've worked too hard. Essentially letting him know, let your hands go. It's one thing to hit pads and to look good in the gym and have all this flash when no one is in front of you, but it's another thing to do it at this level. And Adrien Broner is a 4-division world champion and has accomplished a lot. But if he wants to continue to fight at this level, he's got to let his hands go like he just did there with a left hook.
Break! That's you grabbing him, Jesse. That's you grabbing him.
As we've just started round 8.
Break! Step away, guys. Step back.
If you're Jessie Vargas, he needs to continue to do what he has been accomplishing over these past few rounds from 5 through 8, or 5, 6, and 7. The jab followed by straight right hand, tight guard, coming forward, getting into the chest of Broner at times, applying that pressure, which mentally it starts to wear on you. And this is not, and Broner has dealt with bigger punchers, the likes of Sean Porter, the likes of Mikey Garcia, Marcos Maidana, and now he has Vargas up against the ropes, and he needs to start to tee off to a degree. A big right hand that connected by Adrien Broner. I don't know if Broner was conserving energy so that he can come on late, but he is looking quite solid here in round number 8.
You turn.
Tagging the body was Vargas, and Broner told Charlie Fitch that might have been low. Fitch warns them about keeping the punches up.
Hey, stay off his back, Jesse.
They're both exchanging hooks. A big left hook by Jessie Vargas that caught Broner. And Vargas feels like he may have had Broner hurt. Broner tying up right now. Jessie Vargas with the big overhand right on the left side of the temple of Broner. Vargas combinations, double left hook by Broner. The end of round number 8 here at Barclays Center.
That was late, man.
You see Vargas, some reddening and some bruises from that right hand of Adrien Broner. Round number 9, Ray Flores joining you here ringside at Barclays Center. Great to be with all of you wherever you're joining us around the world. A very interesting and entertaining matchup between Adrien Broner and Jessie Vargas. Broner starting off strong here in round number 9. Whatever words Kevin Cunningham told Broner, they have certainly paid off, as we saw a very strong round number 8 from Broner. And now he's starting off the 9th very strong. The lead right hand backing up Vargas. If you're Jessie Vargas, he needs to go back to using the jab, doubling up on the jab, and being extremely aggressive. Because if he sits and waits and allows Adrien Broner to dictate the pace and the tempo of this 9th round, then it'll likely shift to Broner. Left hook, followed by some body work. There is the attack that I was discussing about from Jessie Vargas. 100 seconds left here in the 9th. Vargas needs to continue to go back to being active, and throwing the jab in various parts, either to the body of Broner, to the head, varying the levels of his jab. And Vargas shakes his head to tell Broner, look, you're not going to frustrate me here tonight. A left hook by Broner, but Vargas comes back. They're both sitting down to their punches and really focusing on the body of one another. 65 seconds left. Right hand followed by some body work from Vargas. Under a minute left here in the ninth. Kevin Alexander, who's been under Kevin Cunningham since the very beginning, since he was a young man, is here to support his coach Cunningham and Adrien Broner. And they're both talking to one another inside the ring. Don't know what they're saying, but Vargas comes back and continues to work hard, and a sweeping left hook by Broner. What a big left hook followed by a right hand. Is that enough to win Broner the round? He has Vargas backed up. Vargas, a big left hook by Vargas. Final 15 seconds, the action intensifying here at Barclays Center. Vargas says, come on, let's fight. An uppercut by Broner. A big right hand. Vargas looks like he's staggered. Broner letting his hands go. Oh my goodness, what work by Broner. But then Adrien Broner showcasing his dynamic punching ability as he had Vargas hurt. So I gave that 9th round to Adrien Broner. I have it 5-4 as we enter the 10th round. As high drama here at Barclays Center, a jam-packed crowd, well over 10,000 in attendance. Can Broner go back and continue on his attack of Jessie Vargas? How hurt was Vargas in that 10th round? And chance of AB and Jessie dueling chance here at Barclays Center. A high-level matchup here at 144 pounds at catchweight. Both looking for bigger financial opportunities, bigger name fights, if they are successful here tonight. Vargas for the past 50 seconds, and now Broner with his theatrics, stumbling around and walking around in a different fashion. But Vargas continues to pump that jab and unleash it. A left hook to the right side of the body of Broner.
Step back, clean.
And as they're at close distance, they have words for one another. Vargas doubling up on his jab. And Jessie Vargas, despite the fact that he only has 10 knockouts in his career, he's 28-2, just 10 knockouts in 30 fights. He still has deceptive power. Very good fundamentally is Jessie Vargas. Now from a power punching standpoint, landed, we are even. But when it comes to punches thrown, Jessie Vargas clearly has the advantage. But it's going to go back from a judging standpoint. Do the judges score the bigger, more authoritative shots? The bigger, more eye-glancing shots from Adrien Broner, or do you go to the consistent work rate of Jessie Vargas? Do you score that in his favor? What do you prefer as a judge? Under 30 seconds left here in the 10th. A sharp right hand that got through by Jessie Vargas. And so far, Vargas has been out hustling Adrien Broner here in the 10th. And Broner's going to need something big. A big right hand that backed up Vargas. And Vargas answers back left hook by Broner. Broner swinging for the fences. Oh, big straight right hand. And he had Vargas wobble again. But that'll end round 10. I gave round 10 to Jessie Vargas. I have in my head 6-4. It's a very close matchup here at Barclays Center. Jessie Vargas, the 2-division world champion. Broner, the 4-division world champion.
Break, step back.
Charlie Fitch separates them. The winner of this fight likely will be in line to fight one of those bigger names at 147, maybe a Danny Garcia, maybe a Sean Porter, who knows? You still have Keith Thurman, who's the WBC and WBA welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence as well. Quite a bit of, there's no shortage of higher level opposition at 147. And this is a very close matchup between Broner and Vargas. I could see it being 5-5, but I have Vargas 6-4. Broner looking to stalk Jessie Vargas. Vargas has got to get active with his jab and also with his left hook. Because with Jessie Vargas, a lot of his success comes from the jab. And then he's able to get off and throw punches and throw that sharp right hand behind it. He's tripling up on the jab, as we just saw. And Broner can't wait for the final 35-40 seconds. Honestly, he waits till the final 15 seconds to go to work, and then he'll bunk with Jessie Vargas, and the round ends, so Vargas is able to recover. A left hook, and now Vargas goes in and wipes away at his right eye. And I think Broner feels like he just hurt Vargas. And Broner ready to pounce on Vargas. 50 seconds left here in the 11th. There's some blood streaming on the chest of Jessie Vargas. It is from the left eye. Outside of the left eye, blood is streaming. We have not seen that here tonight. This is the start of a laceration outside the left eye by Jessie Vargas. Now Broner looking to sit down in his punches. Will he decide to throw them? Vargas has been more active and aggressive here in the 11th. Can Broner land a highlight reel shot to end round 11? And that is the end of the 11th.
Touch close, and last round.
Wise instructions from a world-class trainer in Kevin Cunningham to Adrien Broner. For Mike McCallum, they were telling Jessie Vargas, double up on the jab, and then give me that right hand, followed by a left hook. The final round, I gave round 11 to Jessie Vargas. I have my head 7-4, but I could see it 6-5 in favor of Jessie Vargas. Broner, I'm wondering to see out of him if we are going to witness, if he's going to listen to Kevin Cunningham and showcase that sense of urgency. The raw natural ability is clearly there when it comes to Broner. It has always been there, but it has been, he has gotten beaten to the punch in most matchups in the 3 losses that he has fallen to. Maidana, Garcia, Porter. And this is the kind of tempo that favors Jessie Vargas here in this 12th and final round. And Vargas wanting the fans to come to their feet. He feels like he has, I don't know if he wants to get the crowd involved or if he feels like he has the fight won. Midway point of the 12th and final round. Broner in the middle part of the fight looked very good, but in round number 10, it has been Jessie Vargas who has taken over here in these quote-unquote championship rounds. Big right hand made by Adrien Broner. But Jessie Vargas continues to throw his jab. Fundamentals, the jab followed by the right hand, an occasional left hook, some body work by Vargas, and Broner has not thrown anything substantial, and the fans are not liking that whatsoever. They are booing what they feel is a lack of action here at Barclays Center. And that is the complete antithesis of what Kevin Cunningham told Adrien Broner. If Broner loses this, a close fight, he will be kicking himself that he did not do enough in the final moments of this fight in the 12th round. He hasn't done literally anything, and Vargas has been outworking him. Now Broner comes on in the final 5 seconds, but too little too late for Adrien Broner. This one is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, we go to the scorecards. Judge at ringside, Julie Lederman scores the bout 115 to 113 in favor of Adrien Broner. Judges at ringside, Eric Marlinski and Kevin Morgan overrule. Both of them score the bout 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.